Guys, today you will see a unique content that you haven't seen anywhere else. It will be about temperature profiles of different stuff. I like to measure temperature everywhere. At the moment I'm testing this portable freezer, and the temperature sensor is there inside. I do have temperature sensor in another freezer. Temperature sensor here to measure air temperature inside. Outdoor temperature, never do this. And even the temperature there on the roof and in many other locations like underground. So I will show you later all this stuff. And we will see behavior of all this stuff or their temperature profile with help of iSocket, how it's called, historical temperature data feature. I collected a lot of temperature profiles over the time. I will go over computer because we have a big screen there, and I will review all temperature profiles that I collected during a year or maybe even couple or 3 years, and we will look at them before I deleted them, because I decided to delete some of them but memorize them for myself. We will evaluate each profile. For me, it's a kind of research interest, but not only the interest. In some cases, I really need to know temperature of different kind of stuff and receive notifications about temperature rise or drop, or problems like frozen pipes, non-working fridge. One time it really helped me because the freezer show like -18, not that portable but home freezer, but actually I received notifications and it happened to be that the freezer is broken. So let's go to the computer and analyze all different kind of profiles of different stuff. Let's start from quite common applications: freezers, fridges. I will sometimes switch between Celsius and Fahrenheit, but mostly I will do in Celsius. So the first freezer is home freezer, and I just reset data, so we don't have too much. We collect every minute. So we can see, for example, when I put the sensor inside at -16, and it's supposed to go down, but actually it rises up, which means that the compressor stopped working at that period. So that's why it rises. So if we see this in Fahrenheit, then you can see it is about 2.5 when I put it in. Yep. And then it's now when compressor is stopped, 6.3. But guys, okay, here we don't have much information. I just reset. And after that, I decided that I first want to screen all my profiles before I start over again. So it's a kind of memorizing for myself as well, and probably a good explanation for some of you. Let's skip Fahrenheit at the moment and look at the freezer in the garage. I think I will later show you this freezer, or probably you already have seen it. I don't know how I will put this material all together. Let's see later. So that is the freezer. It doesn't have like digital set of the temperature. You just rotate the knob, and you can see it's a classical compressor fridge, which keeps at about 0. So it at about -18 Celsius. I will get back to Celsius soon. So it start stop compressor, and it keep very well at about this temperature. And that is the spike when I opened a door of this freezer. Yeah. So, and then I opened here for a longer time. So I opened it. So we got the spike, and then I kept this door for some period of time, and then we get back again. Let's switch to Celsius. Yeah, guys, if you don't want to monitoring these spikes, you need to use glycol. Yeah, you put the sensor to glycol. I won't do this experiment later. I'll probably share with you. If you are subscribed, you will get notifications. If not subscribed, then consider to subscribe. But now I am monitoring every single drop or rise in the temperature. So you can see it is at about 18 all the time. Yeah, so the spike when I open the door. We can here look for last 3 hours click. We actually can look for any period of time, but the quick options are for today and for 3 hours, for last 3 hours. And here we can see this profile. Very constant profile of this freezer. Yeah. So when you see, for example, on the door, if you have the digital indicator and it shows you minus 18 all the time or 0 Fahrenheit, it is not true. They fake information for you as an end user. But when you put this sensor inside, you're monitoring the true temperature without faking. So when the compressor stops, it rises to that temperature. When it dropped, when it runs, the temperature drops to minus. Here we have almost minus 20. Okay, it was about the freezers. It was this freezer. So that is the knob, no indicator, and the sensor is there. Well, guys, here on this perfect freezer garage profile, I have really a lot of other different stuff, because I've been using this eye socket in so many locations. I memorized them here for myself. It's a kind of mess here, but that is because I remember it was limited amount of characters, just 40 before, and then here is implemented a new feature that you can add more information. I'm still confused about all the applications I applied for this eye socket, but let's rename it different things so that you are not confused that we are talking about Freezer Garage. We will be talking about different things, and let's start from quite interesting application about lake water monitoring. I will first show you the configuration I used for that week-long monitoring, and then we review a temperature profile and some screenshots. Okay, so it was configured at some point, yeah. So on 24 July 20 in evening time, yeah, 6 p.m. Yep. Well, that is testing of the water, pH, I think. That is for another application, by the way, for detecting water. For detecting water with eye socket water sensor. Well, that is the setup for a few days. Yeah, that one. That is here, water sensor, actually, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is about water sensor again. And also about the temperature. Yeah, and here we have some profile. Yeah, by the way, here is from... We are between something like 1922, yeah. Okay. Yeah, 19. The lowest was 18 here. Oh, actually 16 on some date, yeah, so in 4 a.m. for some reason, yeah. Okay. So lake water temperature data, I actually decided to name it here. So I renamed it here according to the things that I will show you now. And also for better viewing. And that's quite interesting about how I come up with this, because I don't remember the starting day. I just selected the beginning of period that I have here. but I memorized for myself that then the day when it ends, it was July 29. So from June to July 29. And look what we have here. We have the graph starting from 24 July, which is actually corresponds to the date when I begin this experiment, from 24 July to 29 July. It's quite smart here. If we don't have data here, we don't show it, yeah? So, and that was the lake temperature. It's also quite understandable profile, but look what was the drop here at the night time on July. That is quite interesting data for me, like a fisherman, for example, because I can see water fluctuation and understand how fish would react to this. And yeah, maybe for some fisheries it's also quite important. Not maybe, but definitely. So we can see, so in the night, drop, in the daytime, rise, drop, rise, but we have huge drop in temperature here, yeah? So probably, I don't know, some current, cold, or something like that, something else. Actually, it would be nice to see the outdoor temperature on the same date, but, well, I don't have that data. Probably I have somewhere I recorded, but it was 2 years ago. I already don't remember. So quite interesting stuff, at least for me, to me. What about you? Let me know in comments. The next, let's go on the temperature outdoor. Here is Las Palmas outdoor. Actually, it is the old name because currently it is temperature outdoor in Finland. Yeah, quite good, similar to Las Palmas. I will show you some, I don't know, tricks or something like that. So because I use this eye socket in different places, yeah, I collect in different profiles. For example, right now it is just outdoor in Finland, but it was Las Palmas from that period to something else. I don't remember. I put it here in the description, these things for myself. So if we want to see the temperature in Las Palmas in February this year, what I do, so 29 of February. Well, so then I'm going here, 29 of February, view for another period, and February 29, and for example, March. Okay, March 4. Yeah. If you select too big period, it will say that too many points, and you can decide how much points you want to show. But I don't bother you with this because we are mainly looking to different profiles. We are interested in different profiles. So look, from 29 of February up to 4 March, the sensor was on the balcony, and you can see it was so cold. 19, 18, yeah, so in daytime just 27. Well, here is some spike, probably it was on the sun. Yeah, so in night you can see the drops. Let us do, well, actually it's inconvenient that the period dropped, lost here, but I wanted to see for a longer period of time. I don't remember how long it was, but let's try. Well, let's put it this way, yeah. So show. Okay. that is definitely not, not Las Palmas. Yeah, let me analyze it. Let me analyze it. So here I think, yeah, so look, from that point, so till the end of, till the 5th of March, and then it means that it wasn't between this period connected. Then I think it's something in Finland. I think it's outdoor. Yeah, 0 in March. Yeah, it is in Finland. Well, guys, so that is the temperature profile, yeah, in Las Palmas in February. Yeah, so you know the temperature now. Okay, and you know in temperature yeah, in Finland, yeah, so 25 degrees difference, yeah. So, and let me show, let me rename now. Okay, now I rename it like, what I'm doing wrong, yeah. Okay. So now what we have in Finland now, yeah. So by default we see 3 days here, yeah. So it was something disconnected, I believe, again, yeah. So that is what we have now in July. We can set a different period. I don't want to show you. You already have seen it, but we can, like, for today only, monitoring this way, yeah. Okay, quite interesting. I think no, actually I want to know for a long period. Actually, I want to collect information for a year. Let's try. Let's try. So we remember March, yeah? Okay, view for another period, March. Let's be on the safe margin, start from 17. Why not? We remember it was something like 6, 7 March. Let it be 8 March, okay. Up to now, yeah. So you can see we exceeded amount of dots, so we can see a step of 8 events only. Yeah, that's what we had from 0 in March. Yeah. In May, yeah, guys, in May we have 0, yeah. That's normal. 15, it was and that was something unusual. In the middle of May, 20. Yeah, I remember that. I remember big fishes. Yeah, 22. 29. Guys, it is true. 29 we had at the end of May. I got really big Sunday, Walleye, Kucha, Pike perch probably everyone knows. Well, again, outdoor temperature, Gran Canaria in April. This time Gran Canaria in April. So I renamed it, so we see it here. I look on my memories here. Yeah, and well, it doesn't say actually the date, but just April. I selected a wide profile, and again, I got the right stuff. It was from 6 to 11 April monitoring, and that is throughout the temperature in April. You can see nice 28, 29 degrees here, I think more 30. Yeah, but about 18 in the night time. Yeah, morning, night time. So that's it. So, and here again outdoor temperature, this time Rhodos, Greece in October, just couple days from 24 to 26 October. Yeah, so we have in daytime, late evening time 28 with drop of 22 in night time. Yeah. So, and this spikes, I think it's probably sun to the sensor. So, but sometimes 21 in the morning. Yeah. So that's it. So a fridge. Yeah. It's quite heavy stuff here. You can see because we're collecting every 1 minute. So let's just watch for today only. Yeah, you can see it nice profile of the compressor fridge again, however, with different temperatures suitable for the fridge. So it's set to 5, it drops, it actually never drops to 5. Well, it's also about the sensor location inside this fridge. But you can see if it rises, it rises up to 10 in the location of the sensor. So in your fridge, in the big fridge, you will have quite different temperature. If you set to 5, you probably don't even have a 5 somewhere. Maybe just in one location near the compressor, usually in the bottom of the fridge. If it's like, how you call this, standalone fridge. In other places, you can have 10. So if you are interested in a specific location in your fridge to monitoring some stuff like vaccines, you need to place the sensor close to it. Yeah. Well, nothing interesting, I think, here. Was it just for 1 day, for 3 hours? Yeah, it's like that. Nothing interesting. And yeah, and my notification about temperature rises set to 13. Yeah, because if I would set the fridge to 5 degrees and I will set notification at, say, 9 degrees, I will get a lot of notifications always. Let's get back to 1 day, and let's do for let's continue in Celsius. So if I set the fridge to 5 and notifications to 9, then here is notification, here is another one, another one, another one. No, I set my notification to 13. If something will happen, I will get notification, most probably because the door is opened or really the fridge is damaged. So I socket is over there and the sensor is here. So it's quite good place, quite right place for the temperature measurements. Well, guys, I memorized quite bad for myself here, so I don't remember what was that one. And it's disabled because it doesn't work right now. So, but let's take a look at this. This is temperature inside the garage. I marked it top, so it's at the top of the ceiling. And yeah, so it's, is it chaotic? Chaotic? So it's like, there is no a pattern for this temperature because it's not the fridge or freezer. Yeah, so that was a little period of cooling with the air pump, and that's just the temperature inside that is rising and falling depending on the sun location and weather outdoor. So not much of interest. I will not use this anymore. I will destroy it. Let me do it later. So because I will meditate, probably I want to see something else here. Yeah, but that's it. So the sensor is there, a small one. Let's check this one. Well, similar to this one is lobby temperature. Well, but I see it's not similar. It has a kind of pattern, probably because it is located in the middle between the floor and ceiling, and just lobby. There is no sun, no much changes. So like big and quick changes. So I don't know why I still collecting this. I think I will now look for a bigger period of time, and then I will delete it. So I will memorize it here for myself, and you will see. Let's take again from March when we had 0 outdoor, and up to today. Okay, too much events. So every 38 we will see. Yeah. So quite constantly in March we keep 25. It's too much actually for lobby. We should go lower. Why it's 27 in April? That I honestly don't know. Yeah. Yeah, and that is July, yeah, 30, because it's really warm outside. This summer is really warm, even in Finland. Yeah, but you can see it's like lobby, home, indoor profile between 25 and 30. Let me show this for you in Fahrenheit. Yeah. Okay, Fahrenheit, then I need another. Again, set the period. Period was March something, and here we have it. Yeah, show. Okay, yeah. So it is your average 75 Fahrenheit temperature for home or office. Yeah, and that is when it's hot and you don't have air condition in your home or office, like we don't have. Now the interesting stuff. Here is the sensor inside the computer case. Let's see on this one. So inside PC, inside computer, yeah, I put the sensor inside the computer. I will show you, or you already have seen, I don't know again how I will edit this video, but that is what I want to monitor about how cool or hot is there. So you can see in Fahrenheit for last 3 days. Let's switch to Celsius, more understandable for me. And then we look. Come on, what I did wrong. Okay, so 30, 32. So it's almost the same like outside of the computer, let's say, yeah. So view for another period. Let's do. No, we should do from March when we have cold outside. Yeah. Well, I think this drops when the computer is switched off. Yeah. 22, like at home, and then when it runs. And here I think, yeah, that is the period when it was switched off, I think. 8 May, 12 May, probably. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but again, it is chaotic. I should watch how to pronounce this word. Doesn't have any pattern. Well, why? It is a kind of pattern, yeah, like up and rise. I think I will not use this anymore because I never received any notifications about overheating inside the computer. Let's go straight to the behind monitors. It's just the sensor behind monitors. So I'm checking what kind of heat going to my eyes, because it is behind the monitoring monitors. Yeah, and we see, for some reason, we see a pattern. Well, why for some reason? Because it is similar to the lobby that we discussed earlier. Because actually you don't have much changes. Let's also watch for a big period of time. For events, you can see we have less points because collecting is happening every 10 minutes. Yeah. Definitely it was something. Switch it off in these days. It's another day. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you got the point. Let's go to the next one. You can see the sensor there connected to the pipe. That is quite important application. Let's talk about that one. I think actually that is more interesting. So I mounted the sensor under the sink in the same place where I'm monitoring flood, and I mounted to the hot water. Well, again, just a kind of monitoring experiment that I can apply to monitoring pipe freezing. Yeah. So, and in that case, well, you have seen for 3 days. Let's just watch for, no, for today only. Nothing interested at all. No, we should watch for, okay, let's try for 2 days, for example, from, well, basically it looks like we will have, okay, let's try this way. Okay, yeah, good, we got it. So look, when you don't use hot water, yeah, so basically you have the temperature of the pipe, which corresponds to the temperature of your place where the pipe is located, yeah, in that case. And when you start use hot water, yeah, you can see the temperature of the hot water. And then the pipe decreased in the temperature. Then again, you use hot water. So we can see that hot water is about 50 degrees Celsius. So that way we know the temperature of water and we can monitoring pipe freezing. So now summertime, no problem with freezing, yeah, but that is quite nice. I think I should show this to you in Fahrenheit. So 24 to 25 July. We need to set it again. 24, 25. So yeah. So in Fahrenheit, 72 about, yeah, and then hot water, 116. Whoop, 123 Fahrenheit. And then it's again. Nice, that I like. And that is the not just experiment. You are monitoring pipe freezing with this one. So it's nice to have. And guys, something else interesting about this type of monitoring, that you can monitor either people presence or usage of, in that case, hot water. So I want to set a longer period of time. So now I set Celsius again, but I want to, I decided to cut this part because you have seen it many times. So a longer period, every 5 events. Yeah, so we don't see every event. Yeah, I think we have seen it. Yeah. Every time when it rises, you can understand that hot water have been used. Yeah. So yeah, that is interesting monitoring that I want to keep for a longer period of time. Maybe I should buy, here I can improve collection plan every 5 minutes for 12 months, probably. I just thought that I should mention, because it's every 10 minutes collection, so probably that's why you don't have much spikes, because you should, how to explain, you can miss this 10-minute period. For example, here we don't use water, then immediately after that 1 second we use water, and then immediately it cool down, then we don't have spike. Yeah. So let's take a look closer to the minutes. So 6:31. 41. So probably it was continuously using hot water for 10 minutes. I don't know. So, but yeah, if you have every 1 minute, you probably have more spike, peaks. So here are two sensors for debug, that one and this one. Let's talk about them. Okay, guys, here are two profiles for the temperature. Well, I switched to Fahrenheit. I just want to tell a few interesting things about them because many people thinking that the temperature in their home house is quite constant. Yeah, so they see on their temperature monitoring system, for example, 75, 80, and that's fine. But that is not true. Yeah, so they anyway kind of faking the temperature. Look, these are two sensors you have seen where they are located, and you can see a lot of spikes here, 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 here. That is when the sun shines to the window, yeah? So, and temperature rise and drop, yeah? Your temperature system usually doesn't show this, because you usually don't need it. So it will a kind of average, like 77 maybe for this profile. Yeah, you will see 77 all the time. It's called hysteresis usually. Here you probably will see 80 all the time. Yeah, you won't see sparks. But when I do monitoring with the real temperature sensor with every minute collection, then I see the true temperature profile. Yeah, it's just a kind of interest, and that's it. So now we will review quite interesting stuff related probably to your house. So that is the sensor on the roof, temperature sensor. It's over there, you can see it, yeah? That is for snow measurement. It will be another project. If you are subscribed, you will get notification. If you are not yet subscribed, then consider. So, and here we have over there, you don't see, let's see from another side. So another temperature sensor, that is for outdoor temperature measurement in the shadow, quite good position. Well, maybe it's affected by the heat from the roof, but it's more or less okay. So, and the third sensor is over there in the drainage system to check the temperature there that is not frozen. Okay, well, I do have a couple interesting stuff on my another account. About the fridge, portable fridge and freezers, I have dedicated video, so you can watch it there. We just scroll down. Outdoor air temperature, yeah. So look, it's like that, quite normal profile for last 3 days. Like in Finland, we have 28, sometimes 30, and this sensor is locating in the right position, so in the shadow, like it should be. So it's like true outdoor temperature, correct one, the same that you will see in the forecast. We can last 3 hours is not so interesting. It's for a longer period. Again, we can view for another period. Let's do it from March. Yeah, okay, 5 Feb. No. That one was always connected. Never. Okay, so the minimum what we can select is 25 January because it's for 1 year, right? Yeah? No. 6 months? Every minute? Something like that. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. I want to see it. I am very interesting to see it as soon as possible. I don't want to think. Yeah, so it's quite a lot of information. That's why it's loading so slowly. I will pause the video. No, I don't need. Yep. So that is outdoor temperature profile from 25 January to 25 July. Yeah, half year. That is the collection plan. Yeah, every 1 minute. Where is the hint? every 1 minute for 6 months, if I remember right. Okay. So about 0 minus 11 minus 22 Celsius minus 26 Celsius. Yeah, guys, that is Finland. Probably we have minus 40 even in some day 40. Yeah. So and then it's cold. April is cold 3. Well, that is interesting. I want to keep it, and actually I think I want to export this sometimes. And we have like export historical data feature here also, so we can select the period and do export, because it is historical data that some people buy for some for something, I don't know, for some for what. So, but that is quite interesting to know. Let me show this for you in Fahrenheit. So that is the same in Fahrenheit. And I think I don't need this to be collected every 1 minute. The outdoor temperature probably every 10 minutes is quite fine. So in Fahrenheit, you can see 30.25 we have in January, and that is minus, it's quite inconvenient, minus 12 in Fahrenheit, minus 16 Fahrenheit. Yeah. Guys, it is Finland. Oh, Minnesota. Pretty the same. Well, 77, 19 Fahrenheit. Yeah. It is unusual, Finland. Okay. So the next interesting is roof temperature. And now let's keep it in Fahrenheit. Roof temperature. You understand, it is hot metal. 122 Fahrenheit. Let's now the sign is shining. Let's look for last 3 hours. What maximum we have here? 130 Fahrenheit. So you can do a barbecue on your roof. Let's watch for a longer period. Again, what do we have here? Again, every minute, then it's only half year. Yeah, every 51 event. Well, that is February. Yeah, you have minus on the roof, and that is, I think, period when you have snow and the profile is quite flat. That this, guys, that is interesting. So I know some university or some research companies, they monitoring like snow behavior on the roof, let's say. I also have application for snow weight measurement, but this video is not about it. So when the snow is there, it covers, then we have 30 Fahrenheit, yeah. And then we have something better. Okay, I need to think to watch this in Celsius. Okay, so it 0. No, it's not snow. I think it is snow melt, and that's why we have constant 0. Yeah. Well, guys, that profile actually need to be analyzed together with outdoor temperature. Oh, that's quite interesting. Let's try to do this here. Actually, it would be better if we can combine few graphs, but let's do it here. View for another period. I hope it will update only that one. No, probably not. But I know some tricks. Let's see. No, it's updating just that one. That's nice. Well, awesome. Yeah, guys. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. So 1st April, we almost match here. So we don't need to put one to another. Yeah. So we had a kind of warmer days, 26 March. Yeah. And then we have on the roof about 0. Yeah. That's interesting. So we have strong minus outdoor, and the roof is less minus because it's covered by snow. Yeah, that is very interesting statistic, at least to me, or for some researchers, and I am a researcher, so that's why I'm interested in this stuff. Yeah. Well, some people collecting Ferrari, but I'm researching on different temperature profiles. Why not? Yeah, quite interesting. I need to meditate what else I can get from these two senses. And actually, let's go straight here to another one because they are all related. And let's also put another period, the same period from January up to now. That is water drainage temperature. It is inside the ground, in the pipe. Again, pipe freezing monitoring, drainage system monitoring for freezing. And yep, it also corresponds to the outdoor temperature. So we have 0 here, we have 0 on the roof, and we have about 0 outdoor temperature. Yeah, we have 14 somewhere here in June, something like that on the roof with some really 6 June 48. Yeah, sun was shining definitely. And then in night you have 5 degree. That is how metal roof operates.
I would actually want to say a few more words on importance of this roof temperature data profile or monitoring. I'm currently working on a solar project, and it is quite important to know the temperature of the roof, so that you are still in the range of the temperatures allowed for the panel. For example, here we can see the peak of up to 50 degrees Celsius. Well, the panel are usually rated up to 80, 85 maybe. So it's quite important data. I will remind you where the sensor is located. I selected from May, the period from May to July, where we had more sun. And well, we have a peaks of, I'm not able to catch it now, up to 55 Celsius. Well, but we are still within quite a good, let's say, margin, yeah? So it's okay to install on the roof here in Finland. I actually have a monitoring here about roof temperature when it rises above 40 degrees, and we can see how often it is. So, and I currently thinking about change this threshold specifically for monitoring the solar capability, let's say, project. So, for example, I want to set it above 60. So I want to know how often we have that temperature above 60. Now is August. I don't think we will have any decent sun, but let's just monitor it. If I will collect this information, I will put it here. Otherwise, maybe in some other video. If you are subscribed, you will get notification. Otherwise, please subscribe. So from now, I will collect the log of the temperature over 60 degrees for the evaluation of the solar project in our locations, let's say.
No, couple more things in the laboratory. I will try briefly. Well, first, WC. Well, no comments. No, guys, we don't have cameras there. So, yeah, it's just the temperature again. I don't want even to change the period. But this is the freezer, lab freezer, again for storing some stuff. And you can see similar to what we have seen in the beginning. That's when you open the door, some spikes, but in general, it holds the temperature at about minus -17. And you don't want to set notifications to something like -16, because you will get them when you open the door. But you can see maybe above the 15, -13, you can set notifications. Let's I see that is the new freezer, by the way. Yeah. So, and why I told this, because when I switch to last 3 hours, I can see how nice is profile. So this compressor operating perfectly. Yeah, switch on, off. And if you would have the indicator on this freezer, you would see -18 all the time. They fake this data, but for you, like the end user, so you don't ask them why. But here is not faking temperature, but the true temperature. Let's see for today only. No door was opened today. Nice, absolutely nice. So, and that is the way how I'm monitoring important stuff in the lab freezer. For example, beer. Oh, no. Stop talking. I told you about faking the temperature on the freezer. On any freezer, doesn't matter if this is laboratory freezer or some very expensive freezer, doesn't matter. They show you a faked temperature, the temperature that you set there. So here is an example. I have a home freezer where I now installed the sensor not that deep, closer to the wall here, and door, sorry. So it is set on -18. So you can see all the time -18. When the compressor stopped or when the compressor started, doesn't matter. Always -18 here. However, that is the true temperature inside. As you can see, -18 is when the compressor works at the bottom. Let me try it well through the phone. It's not that convenient. Okay. Not convenient to watch through the phone and catch the point, but okay, you can see by the scale that is -18. But when the compressor stops, it goes up to -10, and you will still see there a -18. So that's how they show you the temperature. If you and they have the sensor somewhere. I mean, in some location, probably somewhere at the top. In that case, but my sensor is near the door. And if I'm concerned about the temperature on the specific shelf, then I place the sensor there. Well, that's it, I think. Guys, I again share a profile about the freezer. Yeah, because it's still the most interesting, the most important application, actually. It has helped me a few times to get notifications. But here I started to get notifications again. And that is interesting point, because look, we are a little bit raised here in compare. So raised here in compare with this one. Yeah. Here is -15, so we sometimes even at minus it's so difficult to catch the point, -12. Yeah, and my notifications was set to -13, and that is because I actually moved the sensor close to the door. Yeah, so I realized it. It's a little bit fall out, and then when I moved it deeper, we are again on the lower range. Yeah, so it's just quite interesting stuff about sensory location within the freezer. Yeah, and that is the true temperature that you have near the door. Yeah, that's also quite interesting. I want to share one more interesting stuff, guys. When I was recording video about these Makita tests, so I was testing this for power consumption and temperature profiles, from powering from the battery, from AC/DC adapter. I noticed some problems on the temperature profile. You can see them
here. So it was the test of the freezer mode when we power it from the AC/DC. It was the test of the fridge mode when we power from the battery. So all nice profiles, yeah. So it's when we heat it. Then we put again for test for the freezer mode from the battery, and I see some issues. Here is the nice feature. Look for today only. Look, I see a broken profile. So it tells me that something is happening either with the compressor or with the power source. In that case, it was experiment about the temperature profile, about power usage, so I know that the battery is flat. No way, now it's charging, so I cannot show you that it was flat after about 1 day, and the compressor start operating not in the same way when the power source is okay. So it stops more, starts more, and we immediately see this on the temperature profile. So that's quite interesting, because, for example, if it would be AC powered fridge and I see some issues here, then it is something with the compressor. It tells me that the compressor is not so well anymore, yeah, because look, profiles are always nice if compressor is operating well and the source is okay. Yeah, really nice feature. And why it's rising? Yeah, that is because I switch it off now. Yeah, so there is the broken profile, you can see. Yeah, definitely it cannot cool, so you can see, yeah, compressor stop, compressor start cooling, stop, trying to cool, and no. Then okay, then battery probably got some let's say power, and it again can cool, but next time again cannot cool. And here I already switch it off. Yeah, that is really nice to analyze compressors, fridges or freezers compressors failure. And you can watch the video about full video about testing of this Makita and this Chinese fridge and refrigerator on my channel, Fridge and Freezer. Guys, I keep enjoying this iSocket historical temperature data feature when it is related to freezers or fridges. So I want to share another story. It's covered in my video where I review this Makita. I think there's going to be 6 videos. But that one will be when I power them from this Makita native Genu 6 amps 6 AH 18 volts batteries. So, and I wasn't here when the first battery was depleted and the second become operating. But guys, look what I found on the temperature profile. I see it again has some gap there. And if I watch for just 1 day, I see this gap, and I clearly realize what is that. That is exactly the moment when it switched from the first to the second battery. That is awesome. So, for example, in case of other fridge, you have, if you see something like that, it means either something with the compressor or with the power supply. In our case, something with the power supply, with the battery that was empty and switched to the second one. Why? How we understand this from here? So look, compressor is operating from the battery, the temperature is dropping. Oops, the battery is empty. Stop. Compressor stopped and the temperature become rising. The second battery is switched on, but there is some protection, so the compressor doesn't run immediately. The temperature rises again till the threshold, and then on the new battery it starts working again. That is really awesome, and this way I can also understand when the battery was empty. So 3 AM. Well, but more information about these batteries and this test you can see in the video on my channel about this Makita. I just share again how wonderful is that feature. Guys, that's all for today. Just list you how they look on the phone. Yeah, so, and then I'm going to delete a few of them. Remember to like, subscribe, and hope you enjoyed this boring stuff. Let me know in comments what you think about it. Thanks.